Hello, guys. I am here to tell you that if you are waiting for 10K or 12K or 15K, if you're listening to certain crypto influencers like Data Dash or Crypto Savvy, you're going to be waiting for a long time, likely forever. Yes, an eternity when you're waiting for 9K. Actually, no, not an eternity. I do actually believe that Bitcoin will blow up sometime, probably within the next 15 years or so. So you might be waiting until 2040 or so, and wait at your own risk. And when you get that price in 2040, you're not going to like it either, because if it goes down to that point by 2040, it's going to go straight down. So you have zero chance of actually making money. If you're taking a short, if you've been listening to them like Data Dash, Crypto Savvy, or some of the others, you took a short at 17,000, you haven't closed it, you are wrecked, people. Because yes, the bottom was about a year ago. I've been saying this for quite a while. When you have albino swan events, I mean black swan events, like FTX and Terra Luna, unless you have another bigger one, you don't get that kind of crash. I know some of you were just praying like Data Dash, like, oh, please, mighty Jerome Powell, raise those interest rates and wreck people. But Jerome Powell pulled a fast one on you. He's not raising the interest rates anymore. And look at the CPI this month. It came in better than we thought. I think inflation's down to 3.2, and the core even came down. And guess what? Gas prices are coming down too. I saw gas prices at 274 right across the bridge in St. Charles and St. Louis here. So yeah, they're actually lower than they have been for about 2 years now, which means the rest of everything else is coming down as well. So if you're not getting into Bitcoin and you're not getting into alts, and you're going to be wrecked. And for whoever that one influencer was, that shall not be named, that says like Bitcoin's going up but altcoins are getting destroyed, changes narrative from like bear market for everything, for bullish Bitcoin, bearish altcoins. That's not going to happen either, because Bitcoin raises all the boats at the same time. And we can see that the altcoins are having their own market too. Just look at Solana, Caspa, RNDR, even Cardano and some of the others. They're coming up slowly. Bitcoin dominance is actually going to go down now instead of up. So altcoins are the place to be. And he's going to be wrong as well. I respect Benjamin Cowan and his math, but you cannot actually use math to determine the future. I mean, I know like one guy on my stream actually said like it was going to hit $37,000 soon. It was 36,500 yesterday. 24 hours later, we still haven't hit 37,000. Now, soon means you can actually adjust the time, but it didn't do it within a day. And if you ask anyone out there, it's probably going to hit it within the next week. So, if you can adjust the time, sure. If you can stretch out your timelines, it'll work out for you. But it didn't actually happen within the 24 hours, proving that no matter how good your math is, you cannot actually calculate the exact future price of Bitcoin, no matter how good you think you are. Because a lot of these mathematical models assume patterns that people always follow, or they assume that people act in a rational manner. And we know all well humanity does not always act in a rational manner. We are irrational beings a lot of the time. And that doubly applies to the crypto market, where people are hoping for massive life-changing wealth on some kind of moonshot. Then people make really, really irrational decisions. A lot of people were making, like a big deal about we gotta hold support at 32 and 33, otherwise we're going down. I didn't really believe that. But if you were looking for that, we did actually hold 32 and 33. We closed a weekly candle above 32 and 33, and we'll probably close a monthly candle above it as well. Way, way above it. Probably above 35 as well. And like I said, inflation is going down. Interest rate hikes have essentially stopped. So Jerome Powell has wrecked the bears' dreams. More, and there's more than that. ETFs for both Bitcoin and Ethereum are coming, and probably other altcoins in the future. Yes, people, today the SEC just told exchanges, not the filers, the exchanges, to actually file amendments and get ready for the Bitcoin ETF. So we know they are about to cave in and allow a Bitcoin ETF. And it's not going to be one ETF. It's going to be all 10 of them. So we have all that money pumping. And you know that BlackRock is already seeding their ETF. So that should be your first clue that those ETFs are going to get accepted very, very early next year. And BlackRock's also filed an Ethereum ETF. Now, BlackRock's record for ETFs is like 525 approvals, 1 rejection. Remember, they are part of the cabal, and Gary Gensler does not want to screw with the cabal, because the cabal could cabal him And, he doesn't want to be cabal. So eventually he's going to have to give in. And I think he's going to have to give in very soon. And if he approves a BlackRock ETF, there is no reason he wouldn't approve ARK. There's no reason he wouldn't approve Fidelity or Grayscale. Now, as for the Ethereum ETF, BlackRock filed an Ethereum ETF as well. So did Fidelity, two of the biggest members of the cabal. So he's going to have to allow the Ethereum ETF to go through as well. Now, that's going to boost Bitcoin. It's going to boost Ethereum, but that's going to lift all the other altcoins as well. Plus, I do think Grayscale is going to attempt to convert more of their funds into ETFs, starting with their large cap fund. Now, the large cap fund is mostly Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it does contain some Cardano, Solana, and other stuff as well. So even though you might not get your own ETF, sad face, but you will actually get an ETF that has your asset in it, which is going to be good for your asset. So once again, it's a sad, sad news days, but only for the bears. The bears are going to be very, very sad if they keep on being bearish. And I don't really know why, if you're listening to Data Dash, I sometimes enjoy his content. I haven't watched him for a while, or Crypto Savvy, or even Ben Cowan, who I actually kind of respect for his math, but they're going to be wrong in their bearish predictions. And Gareth Soloway, well, if you're still waiting for his 12K prediction, that's also not going to happen. Remember, I just treat him like another predictor, just like Plan B. Plan B basically hit the nail on the noggin for predictions for like 3 or 4 months in a row, and everyone thought he was a crypto god. But it seems like he was just a crypto fraud as well in the end, because he ended up getting all the rest of his predictions wrong, much kind of like Soloway is kind of like doing at this point. Because, eventually if you make enough predictions, you're going to hit some. And in the crypto market, you don't need to be consistently right with your predictions. You just need to be right 1 or 2 times, make a big deal about it, and then you will get a huge, huge amount of followers, regardless if your future predictions are right or wrong. Remember that, if you are trying to make a crypto YouTube channel, make lots of predictions and make big deals about them. You will get a lot of followers because eventually you will get one right, and you might get a couple right. And once you do, those followers will never leave you because they think you're some kind of guru, even though if you're a guru at wrecking them. Remember Jim Cramer? Yeah, he gets like so many things wrong that there's literally a reverse Cramer ETF, but people still love watching him. So make predictions, go crazy with your predictions, have this little red button thing that you hit each time. They'll love it, even though your predictions are not going to be right the majority of the time, because no matter how good your mathematical model is, mathematical models always assume that people act in a rational manner, and people just do not act in a rational manner. Especially, do not take any kind of shorts right now, at least not any long-term shorts. If you want to take a short, use a stop loss and make it short-term. If Bitcoin goes down like $1,000, close that short and take your leverage profit. I wouldn't do it right now. I would never do leverage in crypto, but that's the only way you would actually do it right now. Because if you're doing a long-term short, you're going to end up losing really, really big. The thing is, we're almost hitting 40K, and at 40K, I do expect to get us rejected several times. But eventually, when we break through, I think it's clear road from there up to like 45 and 50K. And I do believe that we'll end the year somewhere around 40K. Now, remember, like I said in the last video, that the Bitcoin bull run might actually be bigger than we thought, because Bitcoin has very little liquidity since everyone took their money off the exchanges for self-custody. And once BlackRock and Fidelity and all the others buy out the OTC market, everyone else is going to be forced into the spot market, and that's going to be extremely awesome for us. So, just take that to heart. Next time, you hear like one of these influencers are like trying to get you to sell stuff at, and wait for 9K. I think like one of them actually said that, a 1-year doubling of Bitcoin doesn't actually matter. The charts still say it's going to go to 9K. First of all, charts are just randomly colored graphs with lines. They don't really mean much at all. And they've been wrong multiple times. Like a lot of people said we were going to trade sideways for the entire year. We basically doubled this entire year. And although we haven't broken a new all-time high, you can't count like starting at 15,000 and ending at 40,000 as trading sideways. That doesn't actually work out. So I didn't think we were going to hit an all-time high this year, but I definitely thought we were going to go up after the FTX thing. And I didn't really need charts to tell me that, because generally when we have like a big fallout, unless we had a bigger fallout, which I don't really see happening in the future anytime soon, we go higher. And the thing is, with all the ETFs coming up, with all the market pressures kind of relieving, with the interest rate going down, And with both Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs going to get approved, with the halving thrown in, we are definitely going up. Just for the miners, they need a higher price Bitcoin. And I don't think they would just let Bitcoin collapse because of that, because there's way too much money actually invested in it. And you can see Argentina cozying up to crypto. I think like Taiwan is thinking about making crypto legal tender. And I think several other countries are going to join El Salvador as well. So things are definitely looking on the up and up. The regulators can't get in the way too much anymore. People like Elizabeth Warren and Brad Sherman, I think, will be defeated in the end in their anti-crypto crusade, because their anti-crypto army is shrinking while the pro-crypto army is growing stronger and stronger. So with that in mind, I do believe that, listen to whatever influencers you want for entertainment. But right now, if you think you're still going to 9K or 12K, I don't really know, what you're on or what kind of fanciful colored graphs that you're actually drawing or charts or whatever. It's just not going to happen, because unless you get a giant solar storm, which I don't think the solar storm is going to be that big next year, with a giant volcanic eruption and a massive Sharknado that sweeps across the nation, you're not getting that $4,000. So, or $9,000 or $12,000. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.